This one was requested like a year back or so. Um, anyhow, it's I was trying to figure out how I would share like my tabs and stuff. I think back then, and since I don't know, a few months back, I just started saying I'm just gonna hold up every tab, just everything I've arranged. This one I never wrote a tab to it prior to it, so I apologize. Some stuff I just literally improvise off of chord charts or whatever. But here it is. So I'll go ahead and give a sample performance. This is a nice little song. I think what's her name, Claire Crosby or something like that. Is she President Nelson's? Let me know if she's related to President Nelson. If anybody knows, it looks like she probably is. But she did such a cute job of singing this. Yeah, it wasn't a perfect performance. Um, just kind of thought, I just got the second request for it, so I thought I'd do it real quick here. Let's start off with the tuning on this. It says right there, drop D, drop D. If you haven't done drop D before, real quick here, sorry, I'm always switching my ring back and forth. Guitarists get picky about what they feel in their fingers. Um, all that means is, you know how the standard tuning of the guitar is E, A, D, G, B, E? And so if you played the 5th fret normally of the biggest string, it would sound the same as the A string. Instead, now the 7th fret does. So that means I actually loosened up the biggest string until it's an octave below this D string. Gets us an extra D sound. And then just capo it up, and that puts you in the same key as that little girl that sang it. I'm pretty sure her name's Claire Crosby. Some people play like a simple version of an F chord when they're beginners. A non-bar version that looks like this. Finger 1 on the B string, finger 2 on the G string, and finger 3 on the D string. And you could totally do that. So it'd be like... because they're both D strings. So all I did is I got a deeper bass note out of it that's still easily accessible with the ring finger instead of having the bar. So these are little tricks you figure out. You get that simple version of an F chord, but instead of the ring finger on the D string, ring finger on the biggest string, same effect. Notice I'm using my pinky finger for the 3rd fret of the smaller strings as a general rule, not always. That leaves this finger free to hold up bass notes and have them get their full value duration wise, right? Right, so that allows me to kind of see how you still hear this note, right? You can still hear this note going while I'm doing it. Now the first time I play this, I only play the A minor chord all the way down to that note. This is just a G chord now with this new tuning. You could throw in a complete C chord there if you wanted to. I don't worry about it. Now the second time I play it, I play the A minor chord all the way down to the smallest string. So again, I could do that C chord complete if I wanted to. I just don't mind that almost like dulcimer-like sound or something like that, where it's a simple kind of folksier harmony. I'm classically trained, but I'm not obsessed over having thirds and everything. I'm just not. Also, a little trick you can throw in. It's kind of a country trick or a blues trick or whatever. And I think I've heard it in the original version, but I haven't reviewed the original version in a long time. I can do this little hammer-on thing. I could even do that with the C chord, right? Right? It could get like probably a little annoying if you do it too much. But all that is just grabbing a chord. As long as it's not the melody note, even if it's the melody note, it's fine. And just hammering on. As long as it's in the key, but we're playing in guitar key, so most of it's going to be in the key. Continuing on here. So my pointer finger gets this 1 right there. Middle finger gets the 2. And pinky finger, again, gets the 3 on the smaller strings. Which then I will just guide up to that 5th fret. So you'll see this kind of... So I'm trying to really exaggerate that this finger stays connected here. So here we go. Now I've got a bar going on right there. And you just have to kind of gap out your fingers. Now watch my ring finger as I do this. It's going to stay on this string. I'm not going to waste having a finger ready to go. Small motions. Pinky guided up. So once again, pinky stays right there. Pinky finger here. It's just going to be way more relaxed. Once you just need to train your pinky finger if you're not used to it. And watch my pointer finger. It's not going to come off right here. So you might be tempted to play this with your pointer finger there. I don't recommend it. Your pointer finger's already holding this note right there, right? So use fingers 2 and 3 to grab those 2 notes. So look at I actually threw in a complete C chord. A little trick while I'm at it if I want to. Yeah, beautiful little tune. Beautiful little Peace in Christ. I think it's good to think about the words of the hymns instead of just playing them. The first thought that comes to me is John chapter 17. And I don't have my scriptures around, I guess. But John chapter 17. I think I'm saying that right. I don't think it's 15 or 16. I could be wrong. It could be 15 or 16. Somewhere around there. Peace I leave with you, and my peace I give unto you. Peace in Christ. Anyhow. I mean, like, those apostles that he said, my peace I give unto you. They were in captivity. They were persecuted, everything. So, I don't know. It reminds me of an Elder Uchtdorf talk, right? My load is, my yoke is light, my burden is light, my yoke is easy, whatever he says. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm glad that people are requesting to play these things on the guitar to get tabs for it. Keep it up. Happy Sunday, guys.